Hello my crafty friends. Today I'm sharing a slimline New Year's card using Karen Burniston's new Pop and Swap. So I actually made mine a little bit wider than a standard slimline card. Normally a slimline card is 3.5 by 8.5, and I made mine 4 inches by 8.5 inches folded. It still fits perfectly in a number 10 business envelope, but I wasn't sure how the mechanism would fit in a 3.5 inch width, so I did go the full 4 inches. So I'll talk about the front first. I have some really pretty foiled patterned paper that I bought last year from Stampin' Up. I love the copper foiling, and then I also am a huge fan of both Stampin' Up's foil cardstock and their glittered cardstock. So I had their copper cardstock and pulled it out to go with this. The wine bottle and the wine glasses are Karen Burniston's Wine Charms. The Sip Sip Hooray is a retired die from MFT, but oh man, I love it. It just cracks me up. It makes me happy. So I brought it out again and cut it from one of Karen Burniston's crosshatch rectangles. Popped it up with a little bit of foam tape for dimension, and even with the foam tape and the pop-up inside, this card still is quite flat and will mail for a single stamp. I used a Stampin' Up punch to punch a hole out so that you could see the 2020 shining through as the card is closed, and when you open it up, the 2020 disappears and the 2021 appears. So I thought that was kind of a fun way to use the Pop and Swap. It's quite a versatile die set because it's completely generic. You can animate all kinds of things as long as they fit. I mean, it has to be able to slide in behind the mechanism there. And while I'm showing you this, I am finding that is a catch point. You have to be careful with pop-up cards that you don't create any catch points. And as you can see, just the way it hits, it was catching on the edge of the mechanism. So my remedy for that is just simply a strip of Scotch tape, just simple cellophane tape. I added a little strip that starts on the pattern paper and extends over the mechanism edge there, and you can see that mechanism just slides no problem. You have a little bit more room on this side because it's open, so you could animate something larger as long as it doesn't get caught up inside. But there's lots of different things that you can animate. The other thing that I did differently is this rectangle, both the scalloped and this rectangle with the rounded corners, it comes as decorator dies in the Pop and Swap. But the Pop and Swap is designed to fit in an A2 card, so I would need that extra 1/4 inch width to use this rectangle. So Karen Burniston's idea was to trim an edge off. So I trimmed just about a 1/4 inch, not quite a 1/4 inch off, and then I butted that cut edge against the edge of my card here. So you're not really seeing that the rounded corners are missing on that side. I used Studio Katya's Happy Celebrations stamp set, embossed it in copper on one of Karen Burniston's crosshatch circles, and that's where all of these circles are from. Now the crosshatch die sets are nesting die sets, and they have a crosshatch edge alternating with a straight edge, and the straight edge dies have a nice embossed inner edge around. So that's also kind of a nice detail. Some cream cardstock from my stash, and the numbers on the 2020 and the 2021, they come from iCrafter's Carly alphabet. I like that the size of the letters and that there are both capital small letters, and that they also come with numbers. So it's another versatile die set that I get a fair bit of use out of. You can see how flat the card folds for mailing. And I added some of Studio Katya's lovely rose gold confetti for a little more bling. The patterned paper in the Stampin' Up package is double-sided, and this was just a narrow strip that was left over from a different project, and I don't remember what was on the flip side, but I liked that the colors matched so well, so I just added a strip here, and it was added before I used the punch to punch the window out, so it does extend above and below the window. If you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my interactive cards. And that is it for me today.